Wendy Stevens from ComposeCreate.com, and several weeks ago when I was working on the new Football Fever piece, I got really excited about the way that sports, and especially American football, can motivate our students to practice by having a piece about football. And I thought, well, maybe we could create a game or something that would actually motivate them to learn note names. And so I started messing around and decided to create some football flashcards. But then I got to thinking, you know what, flashcards have this really big disconnect, right? So you show them to a student and they say the right names, but sometimes that doesn't translate to where the note is on the piano. And so I thought, you know, could we actually create some flashcards that could go in the piano without hurting the piano and actually help the student know the location of the note? So I experimented, and I experimented with different sizes of flashcards, and I had some accidents with these flashcards. I made some of them too small, and so they flipped around and they ended up in the middle of my piano between the keys. I fished them out, thankfully, after I had a small little heart attack. But I did that so that I could make sure I delivered to you the best size, the perfect size of flashcard that can fit in your piano. I've tried this on multiple pianos, so I know that it should be safe. So what these music football flashcards are football helmets with the notes on the inside of the helmets. And you also get some of them with just the note names so that students can actually use them with the white keys. So you tell your students, all right, find that note on the piano, and when you find it, you're going to slip it in to where it's just to the right so that when you're looking this direction, you can see all of the names of the notes, and then you can actually see the note next to it. And so here's middle C. It's going to go right here. Here's the C below middle C. It's going to go here. I did try this with a 6-year-old, and she actually self-corrected when she put it in the wrong spot. Don't be too picky about that. If you can tell that they know what the note is, then you can actually move it just slightly. But I think students can get the hang of it. And so you put all of these in, and then you time them with a stopwatch, of course, to see how fast it takes them or how much time it takes them. And then the next time that they do it, you see if you can beat the time. Now there's a little extra thing I'm going to show you with a football in just a minute, but for now I wanted to show you about these cards. So these would be the cards that you would use for your students who just know the white keys. So here's a G, so you put it to the right of the G. Here's an F, you put it to the right of the F. There's the B, here's another F, here's another G, here's an A, here's a B. Here's another A over here. And again, you're timing your students so that they actually can figure out whether or not they're getting faster. And I do have several octaves of these, but I don't have complete octaves, you can see. I've just used the F, G, A, and B ones. So here's what the fun thing is that you can do after this. Now what you can do when you have those on here is you can have your students see if they can make a field goal with a paper football. And I show you in another video on this post how to make a paper football. So basically you just balance the paper football and you say, okay, if it gets anywhere between these or in the middle of these, then you actually get your field goal. Oh, and I missed. I did it too hard. So I'm gonna have to try it again. Oh, I almost got it. Just a little bit more. Oh, almost got it. And you know what? This could go on for a little while. So you can say, you know what? If you at least touch and it bounces off, then it will be all right. But students have a lot of fun doing those kinds of physical things. And then you know that they've learned those F, G, A, B notes, or you've learned the notes on the staffs. Just try it every week for just a couple of minutes. Take it and actually send them home and have them practice at home so that they can work on getting faster and faster. And